Thank you, Senator McKim.
Okay, thanks.
Senator Lambie, can I go to you? Just see if you got.
Thank you, Chair.
Ah, good.
I just have one. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah?
we can.
So I have some small business that are having problems with the cash flow boost and JobKeeper, especially for the new small businesses that are starting up. And I know the country is trying to encourage startups, but there seems to be a little bit of a problem. So I'm just wondering if you guys might be able to help me out so I can get back to these small businesses. We've heard from them. There was a bloke, a small business owner in Melbourne, who was missing out on $30,000 from cash flow boost because he set up his business in the beginning of this year and hasn't been able to put in his first quarterly business activity statement before the 12th of March, which seems to be a problem. And when he spoke to the ATO about their decision not to provide the funding, they admitted that he would have qualified for payments if he had chosen to set up his business to report monthly. He was doing the right thing, but he missed out just because he couldn't do, because he had decided to do his paperwork quarterly instead of monthly. And other small businesses are facing similar problems with access to the JobKeeper. Many are missing out on significant sums of money. Do you know whether that problem's been rectified now, or if you're not doing it monthly and you're doing it quarterly, you're still not getting paid if you didn't put it in before the 12th of March? Does anyone fix this issue?
So I'll get Mr Thompson to talk specifically about cash flow boost. In general, I think we've talked about this before at the committee. There were a range of decisions that the government made around access to all of these programs, cash flow boost and JobKeeper, in order to ensure the integrity of the program. So it was really important to have clear dates which were in history to establish, when a business was in place and what a business had to have demonstrated to demonstrate that they were a genuine business in order to ensure the integrity of the program. And it's not, and I'm not suggesting that the person that you're talking about is not a business with integrity. I'm just saying that when you're designing these sorts of programs, which are big programs that have to apply rapidly across the whole economy, there are some calls that the government has to make around integrity to avoid not people like the person you're talking about, but to avoid, charlatans and others who are absolutely alert to the possibility of setting up their business in a particular way in order to get a big payment from the government that they wouldn't otherwise be. I might just see whether Mr Thompson has anything specific to say about that cash flow boost issue.
I would like to just say this. Now, this has been a problem from the start. You guys have known this, and I really don't want the tap dancing. I mean, you've had the top accounting bodies pointing out these issues to Treasury back in April, then again in June. They suggested that the ATO Commissioner should have the power to establish alternative tests for businesses that don't qualify for stimulus payments because of paperwork issues. Did Treasury look at this as part of the JobKeeper review?
As part of the JobKeeper review, Treasury looked at the integrity of the program, and this wasn't a matter that was explored in depth in that program. No, I mean there was an analysis of what were all of the different integrity issues which were being addressed in the design of the program, and were they effective, and were there other concerns that we had about integrity. That was explored as part of the JobKeeper review, but I'm not aware of this specific question about monthly versus.
Okay, so the integrity is there. You've been offered an alternative here, and the alternative is why won't you let the new businesses prove that they qualify for payments by providing the ATO with bank statements or invoices? Is that not enough integrity?
So all I can say, Senator, is that these are challenging judgment calls for very large programs. The ATO, it is important, I think, from the government's perspective, and that these programs are managed with integrity. There is some flexibility in some elements of this program to provide the Commissioner discretion, but it's also the case that in order to manage the actual implementation of these programs in very short time frames, it was an unavoidable element of the design of the program.
Sorry, no, just saying, we know there's a fault with it. You've known this, there's been a fault with this for months. You've been told on numerous occasions by, some of the top accountants, all that sort of stuff. So what I'm asking you is, what is wrong with you? You're asking the integrity. I mean, I've got a problem with the banks. Don't worry about that. Their integrity. But what are you saying? Their bank statements, their business bank statements, invoices will not be enough. Is that what you're saying? That's what I want to know. Instead of their quarterly reports.
Go ahead.
Hector Thompson, Acting Division Head, Individuals and Indirect Tax Division. So, that as Ms Wilkinson alluded to, there are some options available to the Commissioner, but I would stress they're very limited. The integrity rules around the provision of records prior to the 12th of March are a critical integrity element of the package. Otherwise, there would be significant risks around retrospective creation of either entities or transactions that would be very difficult to maintain the broader integrity around the program.
So has anyone provided advice to the Treasury about this issue? And is the lack of action on this problem a decision of the government or a decision of the department?
Oh, the design of the program is a decision for the government. So all aspects of the design of the program, you know, all of the rules, all of the legislation which governs the program, that those are matters that for the government.
Senator Lambie,
So
do you
why
have
hasn't
a
Treasury-
final question?
One more, thank you, Chair. So why hasn't Treasury provided an official response to the letter in June?
I'll have to take that on notice, Senator Lambie. I'm not aware
That'd be
of the letter that you're talking about. Was this a letter in respect of the cash flow boost? Is that what it, or what was the... Perhaps you could
Yes.
offline get back to us about exactly what that letter is, and we're very happy to have a look at it and come back to you and provide a
the
response.
accounting bodies that wrote you a letter. That would be the accounting bodies that wrote you a letter. They've had no reply. So could someone give them a reply, please?
Okay, I think Ms Wilkinson has said that she will follow that up, Senator Lambie, and come back to you directly. Can I go to Senator Patrick now?